Namaskar. Welcome to the my most favorite video of the week, and that is opinion. Opinion is about my opinion. You can believe it, you can agree to me, you can disagree to me. That's a call, that's your call. Secondly, I don't carry any papers, I don't throw statistics, I don't show papers, evidence, and all that I don't do. I just speak my opinion. Whether, like I said, whether to accept it or not is your call. Okay, today I want to talk about Rahul Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi's speech, Rahul Gandhi's presentations in Cambridge. A lot of people say that what he went there and spoke, especially when he spoke about our democracy and our flaws in our democracy, they were not right and they were against India. How can you go and spread such kind of information across the globe? It harms India's image and all of that. So a lot of people say a lot of things about it. I will give you my opinion. Like I said, my opinion. Now, my opinion too is bifurcated into three parts. Okay, first of all, from a strategic point of view. From a strategic point of view, what I would say is, in a country where currently they say, according to some research, 96% of the voters are nationalist, or they vote on the basis of nationalism. In this kind of a scenario, talking something against the country may not really be taken very well by the voters. It will not go down well with the voters. That is my point number one. My point number two is, again, from an imagery point of view, harsh words against a country is not something that anyone would like to hear. Anyone would like to hear. It is like harsh words against your own child, you will not like to hear, even if it is the truth. Now, that is a natural fact. So, to that extent, that's where what I would say from a strategic perspective, from an imagery perspective. Now, let us come to reality. You see, what is imagery? Imagery is not something that some person goes out in a foreign country and talks about. That's not really what imagery is, because that is the definition of imagery in 1970s, 1960s, 1950s. Because the communication network was very loose those days. Communication network was very weak. People didn't know what was happening in Uganda. People didn't know what was happening in a lot of people didn't know what was happening in Germany. So people didn't know. A lot of people had very less information about other countries. Forget about other countries, people had less information about other states. But today's world is not like that. Today's world, you sneeze here in Mumbai and the whole world comes to know about it the very next minute. Why even the day? Thanks to digital channels. Such informations are spread in minutes. So what exactly did Rahul Gandhi say which others didn't know? When an opposition, their mics are shut off, the whole world comes to know about it. The whole news, the whole world, the whole channels, all channels across the globe, they air it. So what did he say new? What information can you keep hidden in today's world, in today's day and age? There is no information that you can keep hidden. So other than talking about somebody going and saying bad things about India, or somebody going and saying not so good things about India, you would rather focus on doing good things in India so that nobody can say anything anyways. And people who have to say, they will say. If Rahul Gandhi doesn't say, maybe somebody, CNN will say it tomorrow. BBC, we've already said it. Haven't we seen all this? So, naya kya hai isme? Acha, not that Rahul Gandhi says so it makes a lot of difference. See, Rahul Gandhi is an opposition party man from India. An opposition from any country will only talk bad about the government of that country. That is what the opposition is supposed to do, isn't it? It is not that the opposition goes to outside to another country and says, my government, one of the best government, Baba. No doubt about it. ऐसा होता है क्या? ये तो पहले भी नहीं होता था. So what's the big deal now? How has things changed now? So, you see, while we can build this into a narrative against a political opponent, or rather, you can build it a narrative against Rahul Gandhi, saying that what he goes out and says so and so things about India, he is insulting India, he is putting India in bad light and all that. वो सब बोलने के लिए ठीक है, but reality is that you see, and Rahul Gandhi cannot put India into bad light or good light. Rahul Gandhi can say what he wants, but putting India into bad light or good light is what India does. If India is truly practicing democracy, the whole world will say, regardless of what Rahul Gandhi says, they will say, Baba, this country is practicing democracy. If we are not, regardless of what Rahul Gandhi or Narendra Modi says, people are going to say that this country is not practicing the way democracy has to be practiced. It is very clear. When emergency was put into India, those days too, though, like I told you, 1975-77, the media was not as aware as what we are right now. But the fact still remains that the whole world knew about the emergency. The whole world criticized emergency. All right-minded people, if I may say, people who thought right, everybody went against emergency. Now, the fact is, if Mrs. Gandhi goes out and says, no, emergency actually was good, does it make a difference? It doesn't. Or if Morarji Desai went and said, no, emergency is very bad, does it going to add into anything? No, it doesn't either. So, people or such presentation in Cambridge or Oxford or Harvard will not make much of a difference to India's image. That's a wrong connotation, a wrong narrative. Now, what is bad? What is bad is, like I always say, where a constitutional position like the Vice President of India, trying and involving himself into politics, because a Vice President is an apolitical institution according to the Constitution. It is an apolitical position. A apolitical position saying that, such voices should be annihilated. Such voices should be, not annihilated. His term was such voices should be neutralized. Neutralized? Using such terms as neutralized, that means what? Rahul Gandhi's voice should be neutralized? Or Rahul Gandhi should be neutralized? I don't know. But why such statements? In fact, the Honorable Vice President of India, in his own speech, spoke about the dark ages of India, that is emergency. When he speaks dark ages of India, he is also speaking in media. This media has also been taken to the entire world. Rather, the number of people watching what he says across the globe would be more, and let me assure you, will be more than what those people watching Rahul Gandhi in Cambridge is. When a Vice President of India talks in media, the people watching it will definitely be more. So now, who is spoiling whose name? Tell me. Did Rahul Gandhi spoil India's name, or did the Vice President say, earlier on, we had dark ages in India? Same, na? What is the difference? An opposition of a country speaking about the government of that country, speaking not so good things about the government of that country, it doesn't, especially when that opposition comes from a democracy, and that to a democracy like India, the world's largest democracy. I think, to my mind, it doesn't spoil any imagery of the country. It doesn't spoil anything. It doesn't make any difference to the country's image. In fact, to a certain extent, the world starts believing, especially when it is done in a platform like Cambridge, the world starts believing that India has a very robust democracy. A robust democracy where a leader has the guts to come out and speak against its parliament, its government in an open forum. Because finally, the most secured government, secured democracy is the one that can criticize itself. This is the point I wanted to make. Till I see you next time, that is next Saturday, that is next Sunday, my apologies, next Sunday at 9 o'clock. Namaskar.